Love great dollar store finds? We do too. And who doesn't love a bargain? Well, your local dollar store, well, close to $1 you can get them.
Today and every Wednesday, we share our unbelievable DVD finds. And this week, we found AntBoy 2, Revenge of the Red Fury. Can you believe that?
No. And this sequel follows AntBoy, who must face a new villain, the Red Fury, who's determined to destroy his life and reputation as a hero.
Yeah, don't get excited.
Okay.
And be sure to like, comment, and thank you for subscribing and watching. We appreciate your support.
Yes, thank you so much. And this was yet another gift from Rascal.
Yes.
Because I really, for some reason, always wanted to see the AntBoy trilogy. And I'm so blessed that she found not only AntBoy, but AntBoy 2 and AntBoy 3 coming soon.
Yes. And with this, we were really surprised how much we enjoyed the original. Now, before we say that this is actually based off a comic series in Scandinavia, and it made into a sort of independent film trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing was meant to be one, and the first film actually did very well for people who liked the original comic and never heard of the superhero.
And so far, after watching these, the first one is the best.
Right. The second one, while it does sound like a pretty interesting idea for the sequel, for us, it seemed like it was really lacking a lot of substance this time around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because there was seemed to be a bit of budget cuts.
Mm-hmm.
There were almost no adults in the film whatsoever.
Yeah.
The kids had very odd lines. We know it's dubbed, but they still had odd lines whether or not it's translated. And the potential that it had didn't seem to really go all the way with its story idea.
Now, there are some good things about number 2. One, there was a number 2, so that's good that they took another chance on the franchise. 2, the one who plays the Red Fury has a really great outfit that you'll see.
Right.
3, that the same kids who were in the first one all return for the second one.
Right.
Because you know here in America, Hollywood likes to switch people out or decide to upgrade, but they brought all of them back, which was great.
Right.
And 4, we got to see the parents of a couple of other children that we hadn't seen in the first movie.
Right. And for here, it becomes a little bit like in the vein of Spider-Man, where he's balancing being the superhero with being not a high schooler, I guess a middle schooler now.
Right.
And while that is come to play here, the main problem in here is that it seems like AntBoy is starting to have a bit of an ego when it comes to the superhero persona. And it doesn't really come off as that when you see it. It's just like he's kind of enjoying the attention, but they really want to address that it's getting to be a little much. He's taking the priority of himself and the superhero stuff over his alter ego life, and that's starting to affect the people around him. It's like, well, sometimes that does happen with the heroes, but I think for here they could have planned a little bit better, because it seemed like more so his conflict is not just, of being a superhero. It was more like there's a girl he likes, and she likes this hippie vegan guy.
And I was going to say, and they get some upgrades in here. Of course, they're older, and they get some girlfriends.
Yes.
So that's some
which
upgrades.
Definitely comes into play with the third film.
Yes, definitely. So there's a lot of action throughout. Still like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The ending is a little iffy and questionable.
Yeah.
There is a cliffhanger, but not a big one.
Uh-huh.
And the Flea comes into role to play in here again.
Right.
The villain from the first movie. If you've seen it, then you know he was arrested and put into prison.
Right. And the thing about this is that usually when you do sequels, they're supposed to promise to be bigger villains with each film, like with MHA. Each villain is a bit dangerous than the last. But for here, the Flea was the big threat of the first film, convincingly.
Right.
But the second one, okay, this character wants to destroy AntBoy's life because of something that happened. We won't spoil it for you. But unfortunately for here, she doesn't come off as much as a threat as the Flea, because he's in here and he uses her along with 2 other bug rejects, I might as well say, and he's sort of running the show still. And the problem is that in each film, all 3 films, he still stands out as the character in there opposing AntBoy.
Right.
So for the second one, you have these roly-poly twins who only purpose in life is to beat up AntBoy and nothing else, so you kind of have a job if you kill him off. And then Red Fury wants vengeance on him, and it starts coming off as she has these powers where she can turn invisible and fight underneath the guys and you can't see her, which was interesting.
And the way that they did it with the special effects was really good. And
right.
the costume looks really good.
Right. It just started to feel like AntBoy wasn't as strong in this movie. And they did take advantage and try to give him the weakness where if he had things that weren't sugary, it would slow him down. He could
right.
use the powers. But it just felt like they were trying to make the villain more powerful than him, but not by a strength or standards, but because we want this villain just to beat him and have it more like Spider-Man where he's at the end of his rope.
Right. So do we recommend that you see this movie? If you've seen one, yes, it could be good to watch it, and getting it for $1 or around $1 is a great deal. If you don't watch it and skip straight to the third movie, the only thing you'll be missing is finding out the origin of the Red Fury, but you really won't be missing anything else.
Right.
And what happened to the Flea since the first movie.
Right.
But for $1 and being able to get the entire trilogy for under $5, I say go ahead, invest it, and get it. Now, if you've seen AntBoy 2, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan? Do you live in Scandinavia? And do you love not only the comic series as well as the movie? Mm-hmm. Let us know what you think. And if you haven't, again, check out at your local dollar store for this movie. It's a great deal. 3 for under $5.
Right. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, animated shows, and all things animation.
And if you found some good deals this week, let us know what you found in the comments so we can look for them too.
Yes. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Oscar Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.